I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
This is going to be a long one, and it's going to be a rambling one. And before I get into the video, let me set a couple things up. Number one, people don't ask, why did I see this in the first place? Why am I reviewing in the first place? Because I wasn't looking forward to it. I do these things where I do paid requests, either directly through PayPal or through my Patreon. Both things down below in the info box. A guy named Nick was extremely generous. Sent in a request via PayPal. I accepted. There you go. He wanted my honest opinion on the film, good or bad. Whether you like or dislike my opinion, whatever names you want to call me, I'm going to give my honest opinion. If people love this film, that's cool. I'm glad you got the cut you wanted. I'm glad you fought for it for years, because there were people in the media calling you all sorts of names because of X, Y, and Z reasons. Well, the media are stupid. Fuck the media. With these films, Zack Snyder, I liked his Dawn of the Dead remake. I liked the Owl film, Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. Most people hated the film. I enjoyed it. Watchmen 300, I think, are okay. But other stuff, Sucker Punch, I fucking hated. And his DCEU movies I fucking hated. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of Man of Steel. I'm not a fan of Batman v Superman, including the extended cut. And I wasn't a fan of Justice League in 2017. And you know what? I'm not a fan of this film. At the end of the day, this film is just not my cup of tea. Just like this universe, that Zack Snyder's vision is not my cup of tea of a vision. If it's yours, cool. It seems to be the majority. Pretty much every review I've seen on YouTube, they love the film. They give it a 10 out of 10, A+ rating. I'm glad you got the film you wanted. I'm happy you got the film you wanted. I never cared about the Snyder Cut. Never talked about it for all this time. I'm not a comic book aficionado. I like some comics. I like some there. I like this. This is the Death and Return of Superman Omnibus. I like some comics, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert. Believe me, there are people who will say they're experts, even though they've only read 2 fucking issues. And with Man of Steel, I'm not a fan of his direction of Superman. Yeah, I did. You don't want the same thing over and over again. I understand that. The DC animated films, I prefer those more. The other day, it might not be uploaded by the time this is up, but I saw Superman vs. the Elite animated film. And I enjoyed that film much more as a Superman story than these Zack Snyder movies. And no matter what I say, up and down, good and bad, at the end of the day, the reason I don't like this film is because this universe, Elseworlds, however you want to put it, is not my cup of fucking tea. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my preference. The murky, dark CGI, where 90% of the film feels like it's fucking on a green screen, it's not my cup of tea. Superman, mopey, dark, grim Superman, not my cup of tea. a twat Flash, which I don't know if he's I don't know what the fuck's up with him. I don't give a fuck about this nerdy twat Flash. He was a likable fucking deek. And I know, because I know my own kind. I can smell a deek just a mile away. Smells like me. Don't care for him. Ezra Miller doesn't impress me as an actor. Ray Fisher? Maybe you should fish for something called emotions. I get that he's a robot, but granted, the stuff I know about some of these characters are from cartoons, animated films, Justice League cartoon series, Batman anime series, a little bit of Teen Titans, other Superman, the Fleischer cartoons I love, Superman the animated series, the Christopher Reeve films. So maybe Flash and Cyborg and these characters are like that in the comics. When I would see Cyborg on the cartoon, it seemed like he had something called a personality. Ray Fisher can't find one. Gal Gadot, sorry, I mean, she's better here than Wonder Woman 84. I'll give you that. Wonder Woman 84, I'll say, is a worse film than this, because at least Wonder Woman isn't fucking raping someone. I'll say that Zack Snyder seems like he has a better handle on Wonder Woman being a badass, aside from, compared to Patty Jenkins. Especially, like, this Wonder Woman, I can say, is a more badass than Wonder Woman 84. Batman, I like Ben Affleck, I like Jeremy Irons. I wish they had gotten their own movie. I wish, instead of Batman v Superman, they just do a Batman movie with Ben Affleck, Jeremy Irons. Build it up. Because that's another issue with even this version. You're making a film that's on shitty foundation. In my opinion, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman is a shitty fucking foundation. And you paint it up as pretty as you want. Yeah, the shitty foundation, it still crackles and crumbles underneath that crap that it began with. So, you want to talk about Superman and how much of a bigger story, it still starts off with this Man of Steel boner shit, where Superman seemed like a mopey fucking puss. That's not my cup of tea of a Superman. I get it. He saved some people. At the same time, there's more destruction in that fucking movie than in every Roland Emmerich film put together. Even 2012, the entire fucking world was destroyed. But I saw more destruction in Metropolis and Man of Steel. And yeah, I thought that was a bit fucking weird for Superman's story. Hell, there was less destruction in this fucking story. That's just my opinion on it. Batman... all this stuff about Batman's going to do this, going to do that. It's hard for me to get into Batman other than I like Ben Affleck because the way he was introduced to me was flawed. Being part of sharing the story of Superman and the shitty Lex Luthor by Jesse Eisenberg, whose big fucking plotline is a bottle of fucking piss that's draining his tea. And he's, we gotta destroy him, blah, blah, blah. And they're doing the switch because of a fucking first name. He has all this structure, all this stuff. That's the fundamental flaw. You introduce Superman, but then he dies in the second movie he's in. There's a line of dialogue. Your hope. I want to get the line right. I want to get the line correctly. It was a line that says something to the effect of, you gave hope to their world. You mean the whole fucking city that hated your ass in Batman v Superman? Do you think like Batman v Superman, every fucking person hated Superman and thought he was a piece of shit? It's the fact that he's saving people, he's looking like he's got to do taxes. He's got to pay his taxes. He's looking like Wesley Snipes before he got arrested for taxes. But he's the guy that everyone he gave hope to. Something doesn't go into B in this slot. And that's what I'm getting. And when your foundation is that flawed, and go, well, those films still existed. Those films still happened. You still have Batman v Superman where a bit of dirt is rising, and that amounted to nothing, even in Zack Snyder's cut. Remember the end of Batman v Superman? The coffin of Superman? You had this dust floating. What was the point of that? Nothing. There was no fucking point to that. Anyway, I'm going off tangent. It's going to be a long enough video as is. Let me get to the actual movie itself. It's 4-hour running time, which I'm sorry, Zack Snyder, in my opinion, even though I like a couple of his films, I think he's a guy. Number one, this movie was so fucking long I had 2 birthdays during it. Number 2, he's like Michael Bay, but Michael Bay knows he's a frat boy. Zack Snyder, he's a frat boy who thinks he's fucking Stanley Kubrick or Christopher Nolan. Again, Michael Bay knows he makes dumb shit, and, for pretty pictures. Zack Snyder thinks he's Christopher Nolan, but he's still the frat boy at heart. He just doesn't realize it yet. This film is a perfect example of Zack Snyder being self-indulgent, pretentious, full of himself to the thing his farts. He thinks his farts smell great. He thinks he's in love with his own smell of his fucking farts. That's honestly how I feel about Zack Snyder with this film. Just like Sucker Punch and others he's done. Just like the longer cut of Batman v Superman. When half the fucking 4-hour running time is slow motion, there's more slow motion in this film than every fucking John Woo film combined. I mean, it's self-masturbatory. As opposed to what other kind of masturbatory. It's a masturbatory fashion of slow motion. What's your problem with that? When you do it so fucking much, it becomes redundant. It loses the sense of power, which is the point of slow motion in the first place. The point of slow motion is to give a spotlight to a certain action or to a certain moment. Imagine The Usual Suspects with the coffee going to the ground in slow motion. Or John Woo, action scenes, certain big moments. Like in Hard Boiled, Chow Yun Fat. Boom, blowing up the motorcycle. But when you do it all the time, it becomes redundant. Again, any sense of what the slow motion was used in the first place becomes pointless. It just becomes routine, and it loses the cool factor, in my opinion. Okay, here's another slow-mo, here's another slow-mo. If you cut all the slow-mo out, the movie would be 2 hours long. That's the funny thing. The only reason it's 4 hours is because there's so much fucking slow motion. Slow motion can be good, but you ruin it because you overuse it so fucking much. And like I said, it becomes fucking redundant. And there's so many scenes that just smell the scent of pretentiousness. Lois Lane walking in the rain with this fucking music, something going slow motion, just to look at the memorial. Did you really need the scene? Not really. There's other times she goes there to the memorial. In particular, she's on her way there. Or even, there's shots of her looking at Superman's cape. You literally just have her look over. There's the memorial in the distance. Boom. It's a guy who thinks he's making Lawrence of Arabia, but with superheroes. And I'm sorry, I don't think he did. Because I don't care much about these versions of these characters. The story just felt boring. It felt slow. I know some people said the 4 hours flew by. It did the opposite for me. The 4 hours felt like 8 hours. I mean, I tried to watch this for 10 minutes and I stopped. You want to know why I stopped? Yeah, the first 10 minutes are pretty much the opening credits. But it's the slow-mo of Superman having the spear, being killed, and he's screaming, and the scream lasts for like 10 fucking minutes, because even that's in slow fucking motion. Because Superman's scream opened up some of the mother boxes. Alerted, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. He's dead. Now, even that alone, I'm like, well, that opens a whole wealth of questions. What do you mean, Matt? Okay, let me ask you this. A scream. Superman screaming opened it up. What if Superman had died without a scream? What if someone did to him Like he did to Zod. Remember Zod? Whoop. What if someone did that to Superman? There'd be no scream to open the mother boxes up. What if Superman had to take a really bad shit because he went to Taco Bell on Tuesday? And so he had to take a massive shit, and he had that scream echo out. Would that open up the mother boxes? Well, you thought I was dead. Sorry, I went to Taco Bell Tuesday. What if Lois Lane died? He probably had that scream concerning this whole nightmare thing about how in the future didn't save Lois Lane, and that crushed Superman so much he worked for, I was going to say Thanos, for Darkseid. If Lois Lane died, it's like, ah, that would open up the mother boxes. And then you know what? You tell, hey, Superman, that motherfucker killed your love of your life. Which I don't even know how that works with the nightmare stuff. And again, I'm not a comic book aficionado. I didn't read the comics it's based on. I apologize. Mea culpa, mea culpa. It's just, for me, when I think of Superman, I'm like, yeah, Lois is his life. But that's the motherfucker who killed her, and you want to work for him. Whatever. Just not for me. But anyway, so his death scream... remember the original Superman, the movie with Christopher Reeve? Lois died. He did that unbelievable scream. Would that have woken up the mother boxes? Well, they woke up. It's like, what's the difference between a scream when he dies and a scream like when Lois, like, is there certain pitches of scream that are different in death? But then if Lois died, it'd still be an anguish scream. Like, I thought at the end of Batman v Superman, Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, just told Darkseid, just told him, he was in conjunction with them. He told him, hey, Superman's dead. Come on up. Or, like, something. Superman's dead. Oh, we turn on the mother boxes. Let's go on our way. I'm like, Superman scream? What the fuck is this? Whatever. So you get Bruce Wayne going to Aquaman's village. Aquaman, the dude bro, right, he doesn't talk too much like that, to be honest and fair, but Jason Momoa, Jason Mamma Mia, he never did anything for me as an actor. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. And Bruce Wayne doesn't know jack shit about keeping a fucking secret identity. See, I always thought Batman was the type of guy that when he would meet people and doesn't know much about them, I don't know, maybe he would wear his fucking bat suit because it's a secret fucking identity? No, everybody knows who the fuck he is. Which is funny, because even though all these people know who the fuck he is, he still has his fucking voice thing to hide his voice. Why do you have your voice thing at the end to hide your voice, this robot voice, when there's no one around to recognize? Like, they all know you're Bruce Wayne, Bruce. What's the point of hiding your voice if they already fucking know who you are? But during the fights, I'm talking like this with my robot voice analyzer thing, blah, blah, blah. They already know who the fuck you are. Isn't that the whole point of this? Is that people don't recognize your voice? But they all know who you are, so what is the fucking point? Can someone explain it to me, please? At the final battle, Chernobyl, there's no one fucking around except the bad guys. Wonder Woman knows who you are, Aquaman knows who you are, Flash knows who you are, Cyborg knows who you are. So what's this for? By the way, I digress. But he just willy-nilly tells everybody. I always thought Batman was the type... Isn't Batman the type of guy that, I don't know, he does his thing with the other superheroes, finds out their weaknesses, and makes an alternate plan in case any of them go rogue, so he knows how to stop them? Didn't they do an animated movie based on that? Called, like, Justice League Doom or something to that effect? Isn't he a guy that's a bit cautious on anybody he meets, just in case? Because that's the smart thing to do? As a detective, I want to make sure, can I trust this person? No, I'm just telling right away I'm Batman. He does that with the Flash, throwing a battle ring. Again, doesn't know shit about... There's a lot of times I remember back in the day reading comics when Batman would meet someone first, he'd be in his garb. And until he trusts them explicitly, he would maybe reveal his secret identity. I would think, but what the fuck do I know, right? I guess not. Fuck secret identities. What's the fucking point of the mask in the first place? Why wear the mask in the first place then? Just have it off. And just my thought process, I guess. So they toss to Aquaman, he leaves. When Aquaman is leaving, why is there a bunch of fucking women doing a chorus as if they're waiting for the musical version of Aquaman? Why is there like 2-3 women going, ah, da da da, hola, bola, bola. I don't give a fuck about, oh, well, actually I do, what is the point of this? It looks stupid in my opinion. It looks silly. A bunch of fucking random women going, ah, ba da ba da ba, as Aquaman, I mean, the dude left, he's already gone, he can't hear you. Who the fuck are you singing to, yourselves? And then one of the women literally picks up the shirt Aquaman wore, his dirty-ass BO-infested shirt, and sniffs it. Now, maybe I don't want to teen shame anybody. If that's your teenk lady, girl on ya. But what is the point of this? Of a movie that's over 4 hours long? I think there's shit you can cut out. The chorus women, and her going, smell like fish? Well, I know, do you smell like fish? Some people say women smell like fish, but he probably smells like fish too. Is that why the woman likes it? Because it smells like myself. Fish is fish. What kind of fish? Is it fried fish or raw fish or sushi fish? Guy smells the fucking... Guy, she smell... I'm glad to see the cut now so that a lady singing and singing for I don't give a fuck guy this to smell a guy's dirty, wet, BO-infested shirt. His sweater. Thank God for that. Whew. Hashtag release a Snyder Cut so we can see a random lady smell Aquaman's shirt and love his BO. I want to sit on his face. You sit on my face. That's what I'm talking about. There's shit like that is not needed. That's why I say, in my opinion, it's a self-indulgent, over-bloated, pretentious fucking movie. It's pretentious. It thinks it's War and Peace. It thinks it's this grand novel. In my opinion, it's not. By teach their own. So again, I'm glad we got that fucking scene. Smelled fish, still, ooh, yeah. Oh, she loves it. I'm surprised with Zack Snyder, she didn't fucking diddle herself with a fish. Take the fish, da. Hey, fish, meet the fish. Whew. Fuck. Be a goldfish if you pissed on it. It's like shit that, what is the point? It just looks silly and laughable to me. To me. So after that gets taken care of, you have Lois Lane walking in the rain with this music. I was waiting for the hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, I did. She's sad. She's sad Superman died. The guy she only knew for a couple months. You have the Wonder Woman fighting the people in the bank. They want to blow everything up. Again, a lot more fucking slow-mo, because Zack Snyder's in love with it. Again, I love slow-mo in movies as well. But it's like any tool. There is a limit where it becomes redundant and just not cool anymore. It's like there's a joke. The joke was funny. You tell the joke 2 times, okay, kind of funny still. Tell it 3 times, yeah. But if you tell the joke 10 times, it just isn't funny anymore. When it's the same fucking joke. Like a running joke in a movie. If a running joke keeps happening, it's like, okay, we get it, buddy. We get it, pal. And again, all the CGI. Yes, do I like films that have CGI in it? Yes. Do I prefer films with more practical stuff? And don't give me this thing, well, you just don't like it because it's too long. There are plenty of movies I enjoy that are long. Just recently, and the reviews will be coming soon, I watched Donnie Brasco, which is over 2 hours, and I watched Rio Bravo with John Wayne, which is over 2 hours. Each one's like 2 hours and 20, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed both of them. Rio Bravo from the 1950s and Donnie Brasco with Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. I enjoy those movies. And don't give me, oh, you just don't like his is popular. You know what? I enjoy Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I still enjoy Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I enjoy Blade Runner 2049. Saw that in the theater. I still enjoy that film. And that wasn't a short film either. But I love that movie. I really enjoyed Joker. Oh, I bet you like some of the Fast and Furious. Yeah, I know they're dumb. I like some of the Fast and Furious. Not all of them, but I like some of them. And you know what? They kind of know they're dumb. At least they kind of know they're stupid. Nothing wrong with that. So we get back to this. Wonder Woman does the action scene. I do find it funny at the end. The guy who's firing, he's reloading. Now again, he's reloading the gun. Wonder Woman could grab him and knock him out. No. And she's super fast. She's fast enough she can block bullets. Literally, the guy unloads a machine gun and she's fast enough. All the bullets from a machine gun she's able to dodge. That's pretty fucking fast. But there's a guy, he's reloading. She's got time. She could grab him, knock him out. No, she does the and it obliterates the entire fucking floor. The entire wall. The entire fucking thing explodes. I'm like, that was a bit over the top. Again, he was reloading. You just grab the guy. Or you'd be like, pop, pop, pop. No, I gotta explode the entire fucking floor for this one guy who wasn't Superman at all. Because Zack Snyder had to be big. Be big or go home. And that's so much with this movie. That's how it was in his previous films. And people said that. But this one, people are fine with and it gets to A+. Hey, good on you. It's not that way for me. I'm sorry. And yeah, there are films I love that are big over the top. But they kind of know that. Again, this movie wants to have its cake and eat it too. It wants to be this thought-provoking film, but it wants to have stuff like goddamn Flash, almost ready to Me Too a woman, getting a hot dog, I swear in 2 seconds was going to put the hot dog in her mouth, like a cock. I'm going to take this hot dog and put it in my pocket, and great, she looks like she's drugged, or chloroformed, or dead. She looks like the poster of, what was that fucking, Good Luck Chuck? Look up the poster for the movie Good Luck Chuck. That's what the lady looked like there. Again, type Good Luck Chuck poster. That's what she looked like. Where Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, one of them, like, they look fucking dead on the poster. I forgot the comedian, damn it. Whatever. Anyway, I'm not there yet. I will say as an action scene, it was less ridiculous than Wonder Woman 84 in the 80s in the mall. It was better than that scene in Wonder Woman 84. Because at least Wonder Woman, I would give credit with Zack Snyder in this. She can handle Wonder Woman. He can handle Wonder Woman being a badass. I can understand that. I can see where people are coming from that. Where she's attached to her sword. At the end, she cuts up Steppenwolf's head. Okay. That's a positive. I'll give you a positive on that. Zack Snyder seems like he did have a better hand. I'm still not a big Gal Gadot guy. I'm sorry. Connie Nielsen, I think she would have been better. And she's one of the Amazonians. Maybe because I like Connie Nielsen as an actress. I think she would have been better. I think she's a better actress than Gal Gadot. I think she would have been a better Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, Gal, get the fuck out of my face. Gal Gadot, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of her. I'm just saying, action-wise, Zack Snyder seems to handle her a bit better than Patty Jenkins. Especially, you know, so there you go. Oh yeah, then you cut to the Amazonians fighting Steppenwolf, who arrives. Now the Steppenwolf character. Is this better than the 2017 version? Yes. why I think he does look a bit better. Granted, his armor looks like, a friend of mine told me this, you know that stuff that you put your hand in and it makes an imprint, the metal stuff? It's kind of like if that's around his entire body, but extra shiny. But I will say, design-wise, he looks better, more sleeker than the 2017 version. And they do try to give him a bit more character where he fucked up in the past. He wants redemption. It may be better, but at the end of the day, it's still a guy that works for the big bad guy and he wants to destroy. He may be better than the 2017 version, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's his great villain either. A week from now, I'm not going to remember Steppenwolf. Now, if you want to say, will Steppenwolf kick some ass as a villain, I can grant you that. He does fight and beat up a bunch. I'll give you that. So if that's what people are looking at, okay, I can't really argue that too much, to be fair. He's fighting the Amazonians, though. I don't give a fuck about the Amazonians. Oh, I recognize Connie Nielsen, but it's more I like her than the character. But okay, I like her as an actress, but the others I don't give a shit about. So, okay, he's fighting all these lemmings, you might as well say. Random person, random chick, random lady, kills random lady, stabs random lady. I don't give a fuck about anybody, so it's hard for me to give a fuck about what's going on. I'm sorry. It's just a bunch of CGI shit. And you can tell some of these scenes are the scenes that were additional photography. Because some of the scenes, the green screen is pretty shoddy. Some of the green screen is fairly bad. I'm sorry, no one can tell me that the CGI backgrounds is consistent. You can tell when some of the stuff is from the original shoot and some of the stuff is the added stuff. Because the effects shift quite a bit. Sense of CGI, Steppenwolf, Darkseid, they're fine. But some of the other backgrounds, like again, some of the, when it gets to later in that scene, when they're on the horses, and Steppenwolf's chasing after them, and just taking all these CGI horses and flinging them around, to me it just looks goofy because it looks like a video game cutscene. Maybe a PS3, PS4 cutscene, but just, I'm out of it. I have been disassociated because in my mind I know it's fake, it's phony, it's fraudulent, and it doesn't pull me in like a cheesy 90s action movie like this. But you know what? This is done for real. I see real explosions. I see real people. I see real stuntmen. I see real flips. I see real stunts. As over the top as it is, it's still real people doing real stuff. And that gets my attention more focused than this. I'm at a point, maybe I'm just sick and tired of superhero movies. That includes Marvel. It's not just a DC thing. That includes Marvel. I did not like Captain Marvel. I did not like Black Panther. I did not like Avengers Infinity War. I did not like Avengers Endgame. Again, more and more of the superhero comic book CGI, especially here the murky CGI, maybe I'm just the old school variety. I prefer my Commandos. I prefer my Die Hards. I prefer my even John Wicks. Which even they have some CGI. But there's a lot of practical in there as well. It's not perfect. Don't stop using CGI blood John Wick films. That would be nice. Use practical squibs. But I still love the John Wick films. Those are more my cup of tea when it comes to action than this. Oh well. Again, difference of opinion, different cup of tea, different taste. That's really what it comes to at the end of the day. Although I will say with these Amazonians, there's a point I go, do you know arrows don't fucking work? You've hit him like 2,000 times with arrows. They bounce off him and don't work. They're like fleas. Stop, get some more shit than arrows. Hell, call John Rambo. Get some at least C4 tipped explosive arrows for fuck's sake. Get some arrows that will blow the motherfucker up. Because the arrows ain't working. 2,000 of them, you need to change some shit. You need to get some higher grade. You need to get some higher grade plutonium. That probably won't work. That wouldn't work either. But you need to get some better weaponry. Just a tip for the Amazonians. And again, the CGI seems to just have no weight to it. Like, things just fly around, like the horses, there's no weight to it, so it just takes me out of it. Superman, he's not in it that much. And because he's dead for a good chunk of it. That's something I was surprised by. But again, this fundamental flaw I'm talking about, because of these previous films, that I'm sorry, they didn't work. That's why they stopped making money. That's why Justice League came out and did nothing. Just believe, hey, people didn't know what the film was until it came out. But they decided not to go. Just Batman v Superman, whether you like the film or not, was a very divisive movie. It was a divisive film for a reason. Now, maybe you disagree with the reason. When I say reason, meaning not everybody shared your love for Zack Snyder's vision. Zack Snyder has a vision, and that's why people don't ask me, which is better, this or the 2017 version. I can say, yes, this is a better version, because Zack Snyder had a vision, and the vision in 2017 was much more messy, much less incoherent. This is more cohesive, this is more coherent, but I still don't like the film. And okay, let's put it this way. Let's say a great film is at a 10. Let's say Justice League is at a 2. To me, this is maybe, no, let's say 1. Justice League is a 1. See, some of my personal favorite superhero movies, Superman the movie, still a flawed film. I don't care for the fucking going around the world, because I'm like, if Superman can do that, why the fuck does he do that every single time? Oh shit, I stepped on a cat, go around the world, turn back time. I don't like that shit, but I still love Superman the movie with Christopher Reeve. If I put that up there, I put Justice League down. Well, it's not the worst. Catwoman, Elektra, that shit would be the worst. Captain Marvel. Okay, but imagine it's a 1 or 2. This would be maybe a 5, but I still don't like the film. Or a 4. Like a 4, I still don't like it, though. It being better doesn't mean I think it's a good movie. I don't. Again, I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie about it. If you want to get pissed, and by the way, someone's going to go, why do you have thumbs up, thumbs down disallowed on your videos? I'll be honest, I did that long ago. I completely forgot about it, and then I just keep it because I don't give a fuck about thumbs up, thumbs down. Number one, you can still do it. You can still click on it. And number two, years ago, was it years ago? It probably was years ago. I would upload a video 20 minutes long. I go to get a cup of water. I come back, and then it'd be 7 thumbs down. I'm like, it's only been 40 seconds. And I just uploaded the video. So that means someone would be subscribed to me, and they saw the video, and they clicked on it, and they just gave me a thumbs down because they don't like me or they saw the title. So if they don't even watch the video, but it's 7, 8 thumbs down, then like the thumbs up, thumbs down is fucking pointless to me. I prefer comments. Anyway, I should have said at the beginning, but fuck it. At least if I say that, now I know people actually watched 37 minutes in. I told you it'd be a long, rambling one. But again, like this, the fundamental flaws for me in the previous films, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, I'm sorry, the Superman in those, I don't give a shit about. I don't like his personality. I don't like his presence in those. I don't care for Zack Snyder's vision of Superman. In my opinion, Zack Snyder was the wrong choice for Superman. Why do I say that? Zack Snyder is the type of guy that got in the comic books because of sex and violence. If you don't believe me, read up on interviews when Watchmen came out. When you read up interviews he did in Watchmen, the movie in 2009, he literally did say, I did not care for regular comic books. I only got into comic books because of Watchmen, because wow, it's not like the others. This has sex and violence in it. That's more my cup of tea. Hey, I can understand that. I love sex and violence as well. Hell, you say these comics have sex and violence in them. Although, to me, they have a lot more. And this is why I can't watch the Preacher TV series. Because I love this too much. And I'm like, just do it verbatim or don't fucking do it at all. And they didn't. Anyway, another topic. Maybe one day I'll show like my comic book collection. I got some, but anyway, on target. So like Superman, all this talk, they do this talk about, oh, you showed us hope. How did they show hope? How did he show hope in a world that everybody fucking hated him for like 90% of the movie? Just because he died, and it's like, okay, he died, so now people love him. And I was like, well, Superman probably go fuck yourself. I mean, just Henry Cavill, maybe just the way he's been written. And Henry Cavill has said it himself in interviews. If you want to say I'm the only one that has said this, Henry Cavill himself has said in interviews that when Justice League, unless he was lying, he was bullshitting, but he said it for a lie, or for press, or whatever, or maybe he really felt that way, that hey, maybe this will be the Superman that, you know, I'm more towards. And again, why did he bring that up? That must mean that I'm not the only one that thought that way. There must be at least 2 or 3 other people that thought that way on Superman. But I did it. People are like, well, Matt, we don't want the exact same Superman. You have your Christopher Reeve. We want an Elseworlds, a different Superman. Okay, I can understand that. You want to know why I can understand that? Don't laugh. Bear with me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm a fan of those characters. I grew up with the 80s cartoon, but I also like the comic books, and I love the 2003 cartoon, which was more serious. I want to see a different version of Ninja Turtles that's more serious, more graphic, more violent. The way you're viewing the Superman, that's how I view on them. I want to see them. Well, I'll never get to see them. So, yeah, I'm jealous. Sure, I can say I'm jealous. But that's not the reason why I dislike the film. That's not the reason why I dislike... How people say that's stupid. Because I've had people tell me, an R-rated Ninja Turtles film, that's stupid. That's silly. Well, how they view that is how I view this. So, I can only think my own thoughts. They tell me I'm dumber than I wanted it to sound, but fuck it. Give me time to drink of water. So after the Amazonians, who I don't know and don't give a fuck, get a lot killed, and CGI with some really shoddy backgrounds, and yeah, the 4x3 thing, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I've heard rumors, just something to do with IMAX. I don't know if that, what, I don't know. I don't know. But Steppenwolf has got one mother box, so they need to contact Wonder Woman. So it's a very overcomplicated way that they contact Wonder Woman. Very fucking overcomplicated. I went, what the shit is this? Because one shoots an arrow. It goes across the fucking ocean to over here. It burns up a place. Thankfully, Wonder Woman, at her job, thankfully there was a TV on right over here, playing on that one channel, that one program, at the right time, and then she hears it, notices it, invasion, it's a message. How fucking convenient is that? That's pretty fucking convenient. What if the guy didn't watch TV? What if they didn't turn the TV on? What if someone said, turn the TV off, it's distracting? What then? What if she did watch TV? What if she never saw a TV? Do even Amazonians know what a TV is? I mean, they live in over there. Do they even know what a TV is? Didn't Wonder Woman, when she came over, she didn't know anything? So would they know what a TV is? Like, how would they know for certain that Wonder Woman would notice this sign? I would think maybe you would get someone and find a certain way to go over and contact Wonder Woman as a messenger. I would think that would make a bit more sense, but what do I know? No, thankfully she sees it on the TV at the exact moment, exact time, exact thought process, sees it, then goes over to the fucking place, which is not burning anymore. And then she has the arrow, then she puts in the thing, and then she's Lara Croft, then she goes to this tomb, where Indiana Jones would blush, then she sees all the signs in there, and then she goes, okay, this is what I need to do. Again, maybe if you had a person and find a way to go through, because it's a comic book, you can make up anything you fucking want, and hey, this is what's going on. If you need any more information, here's a book, read it, boom, bing, boom. There you go. By the way, Wonder Woman, why the fuck didn't you take your invisible jet? You know, this time with Batman's like, oh, well, they don't want the invisible jet. That's Wonder Woman 84. Technically, they're two different canons. So I got not thinking that in those terms. I was like, wait a minute, she had a jet in 1984. Again, it's not the same canon. I got remind myself that. Right, it's weird because it's the same actress, but again, this, whatever. So then you have Aquaman. There's a point Aquaman saves a guy. This entire scene you didn't need. Because we already established that he's a guy who saves people. When Bruce Wayne pretty much told the whole fucking world he's Batman. Hey, I know you save people, blah, blah, blah. And just know he saves someone, he comes in, he leaves. Another slow motion shot where he's drinking because it looks cool. He looks cool, the waves, and some fucking song I don't care for. I'm like, god damn. I'm not kidding where I said the only reason this is 4 hours is because it's 2 fucking hours of slow motion. I mean, if that's that overindulgent, I don't know what the fuck is. If you love it, cool. Sometimes Steppenwolf talks to this. Imagine the monolith from 2001 if it got broken in half and the other side can contact. You have one guy in the hood. I swear he reminded me of, what was it, fucking Clytus? Clytus from Flash Gordon. Remember the 1980 Flash Gordon, the guy with the hood? And then when he died, he kind of melted. And he was working with the bad guys. That's what the fuck the guy with the hood had made me think of. I was waiting for him to talk to Max von Sydow and give Earth some fucking earthquakes. So, you get some conversation there. You get to see the past where Darkseid had come to Earth before and fights a bunch of people and kills a Green Lantern in like 30 seconds. So, I get that was supposed to make Darkseid powerful, but in my opinion, kind of made the Green Lantern kind of a pussy. It was like I forget what the creature's name was. I'm like, now he's gone. But yeah, that didn't last long. And isn't that kind of sad? You have a Justice League, all this stuff, but no Green Lantern. Go fucking figure. But the weird thing about that, again, you have a bunch of people I don't fucking know and I don't care about fighting Darkseid. So here's another action scene with a bunch of fucking people I don't care about. Here's this person, this person looks like Hercules, but it's not, I know. You know, Ares and Zeus and the Atlanteans and the Amazonians, but I don't really know any of these people, so I don't give a fuck. I have no emotional involvement. I'm watching a video game cutscene happening with Darkseid, and I never read the comments on Darkseid. All I know about him is in the cartoons and such. So maybe that's why I'm have another set of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Disconnect. If you're a big comic book Elseworlds fan, this might be the best movie of all time. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, yep, I read all of them. I read every single one and twice on Tuesday. Okay, name some. I don't know, but I've read them. Okay, who was in it? I don't know, but I read them. What were the stories about? I'm not sure, but I did read them. I'll tell you tomorrow after I look it up on Wikipedia. So and Darkseid kind of looked like a bitch anyway. But just I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. These guys kicked Darkseid's ass. But I guess the point is that now Darkseid has learned more. And he's stronger. But it's like, okay, if these guys can beat Darkseid, Superman, Batman, well, Superman, Aquaman, Flash, Wonder Woman, they all can't beat Darkseid? When all these people could? Usually, mainly the guy with the axe. Which, that looked so much like Avengers Infinity War. Remember, Should have gone for the head. That hit looks almost the fucking same with the axe. That's a weird coincidence. I'm not saying one stole from the other. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a big fucking coincidence. So he gets fucked up and he gets taken away. I'm like, Superman, Wonder Woman, they should have no fucking trouble with this Darkseid if this is how Darkseid is. And then you get the Ezra Miller, this twat. I don't give a fuck about this twat. I know I'm a twat, but at least I know I'm a twat. This guy, I don't know the guy personally, but the character is a twat. He's an annoying fucking pissant that you want stepped on hard. I'm sorry, for me, this Flash doesn't work. I don't care for his shitty jokes. I don't care about him getting a fucking job at a vet and going, ooh, what, the paper monster, oh, this was in my pocket. Maybe the paper monster was hungry, and that's why it's so messed up. And then this guy, it's on, remember Resident Evil 2, the video game? Well, yeah, there was a newer game where a guy had a sandwich. He's a truck driver. Maybe someone was a big fan of that. I don't know. He drops his sandwich on the dirty-ass ground of his truck. And instead of stopping the truck for 5 seconds and picking him up, number one, it's on the ground. Why the fuck do you want to pick up your sandwich that's fallen to the greasy-ass ground? Number two, just stop it for 5 fucking... Literally, you stop... Okay, let's see how long it takes. How long did that take? For fuck's sake. No, he's like... You know what? Oh, how else would they do it? I don't know. Maybe the guy has a heart attack? Maybe the guy has a heart attack. And then he has a heart attack and the truck's going wild. Or something else. Just the whole thing with the sandwich seems really fucking goofy and weird. Just stop it for 5 seconds. And again, are you going to eat that sandwich? Why don't you just lick the floor? But anyway. So the Flash saves this girl whose car hits it. And this is so weird that for us, I swear the Flash was going to molest this girl. This lady, I should say. Was going to, because it's going in slow-mo, because this is Zack Snyder, everything's in slow-mo. The whole fucking movie's in slow-mo. The girl looks dead. But the Flash is giving him the fuck me eyes. Chester the molester. And then there's like a hot dog floating. I swear he was going to put that in her mouth. It was his, here's the hot dog, here's her mouth. Nope. He puts it in his pocket. So again, a movie that's so serious and R-rated, but, you know, hey, look at the hot dog. Grabs her, and then this awkward fucking look, and then he goes back. Oh, he took the hot dog to feed the dogs. Do I do the job now? I don't give a... This guy, this character, this version of Flash annoys the hell out of me. Was Flash always this annoying in the comics? The Flash I grew up with is John Wesley Shipp from the 1990s, where he was a grown-ass man. And he acted like a grown-ass man. He didn't act like someone... He didn't act like Jason Biggs from American Pie mixed in with Justin Long. Again, he's like 2 shots away from Jason Biggs' American Pie. I'm ready for Flash to fuck a pie. Or something. I'm not a fan. I don't think he's funny. I don't think his jokes are funny. I don't care for his awkward dialogue choices. I don't care for him at all. Cyborg, I'll give you credit. They do develop a lot more Cyborg. Ray Fisher. They do. And that's probably why Ray Fisher was so pissed off at Warner Brothers. I would not be surprised if the reason Ray Fisher did all this hissy fit and says all this abuse stuff, maybe Joss was like being a director. Listen to the stories of James Cameron when people worked on The Abyss, and people worked on Aliens. They said James Cameron was a fucking asshole. That's just how he worked. Maybe Joss Whedon did, like Michael Bay. Look, talk to Cruz, who worked with Michael Bay. Yeah, that guy was an asshole. But with Joss Whedon, maybe did the same thing. He didn't like it, but he's like, man, with their cut, they cut all my shit out. They cut all my shit out. So fuck you, Walter Mott, and fuck you, fuck you, Warner Brothers, because a lot of his shit was cut out. And to be fair, yes, this does develop Cyborg a lot. Sad thing is, I still don't give a fuck about the character. I don't care for his design. Ray Fisher, I don't think he's much of an actor. I get that he's robot, but Arnold Schwarzenegger showed more emotion in Terminator films than this guy did as Cyborg. Even when he's trying to show emotion, it doesn't work out. Ray Fisher doesn't impress me as an actor. He just doesn't. Because he's black? No, I said Ezra Miller is the worst guy, and he's the whitest guy in the world. He's whiter than me. He's whiter than albino. Ezra Miller, his character Flash is the worst fucking character in the film, in my opinion. It's just Ray Fisher I found boring. I found his character boring. Yeah, I get the idea of his character. He's doing the football. The entire football scene has to be in slow motion. It goes from slow motion to super slow motion, to slow motion to super slow motion. I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. There's nothing special anymore about this. This is like over an hour into the movie now. He hacked into the school to get someone better grades. He helped her. What did you do? I'm like, what? Whatever, I'm not going to concentrate on that. Pretty much the whole story, his dad wasn't there for him, but his mom was. He won the football game. They're going home, got in a car accident. Later on, you find out he's fucked up. Joel Morton, Miles Dyson for Terminator 2, used the mother box to get him G. But I'm sorry, Ray Fisher doesn't do much for me. His powers, okay, he's pretty much Lawnmower Man. That's kind of how I view his powers. When Lawnmower Man, Jeff Fahey, when he played the character, his ultimate goal was to be the fuck Cyborg is now. He could control any device. He could control the whole nuclear arsenal. He can go to any bank, any piece of technology. If technology smash, he can like this. He literally can rule the world. I don't know how the fuck you would make a Cyborg movie. They're not. But I'm just saying, with all this power they gave him, you made him so overpowered. Even if they were going to do a Cyborg movie, you would go, how the fuck can anybody stop him? He should be able to do anything. If literally Joel Morton said he could take the entire nuclear arsenal and control it. If you can do that, then you could do anything. So what the fuck would a Cyborg movie be? That's just my question. It'd be a lot of stuff that you go, well, wait a minute. It's like you make him so overpowered, let someone else worry about it later. But again, you're not getting a Cyborg movie anytime soon, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining. Oh, I like that the tape recorder. First off, I'm surprised Joel Morton in this day and age used an old school tape recorder. Man, it's been a while since I've seen them. That guy says Sony on it. Although, hey, it's the wrong fucking company. We're Warner Brothers. Why you hockey for Sony? But I don't know. I was just bored and finding something to pay attention to. So there's the tape recorder and just said Sony. Again, you would think in this day and age it'd be something digital to leave a voice on, but it's an old school tape recorder. Okay, I guess Joe Moore's just an old-fashioned guy. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I don't even use a tape recorder, but okay, whatever. So you get the scene this is pretty similar to the 2017 film where Bruce Wayne finds Flash. Again, Bruce Wayne sucks ass at his fucking identity thing. He doesn't know shit about identity. And I sit there and I go, number one, this dialogue sucks even more. where Ezra Miller, he just won't shut up. Oh, gorilla sign language. I know sign language. I know gorilla sign language. Okay. What's the suit? Oh, I do ice dancing. Oh, this is stuff that you don't use on Apollo as heat shields. Well, I do competitive ice dancing. This is not... I'm sorry. If people think this is good dialogue, good on you, man. Not for me. I hear Bruce Wayne just gives his fucking identity to any fucking buddy. Again, why do you even wear the mask in the fucking first place, Bruce? I really do wonder. He gives identity more than fucking Peter Parker and Sam Raimi movies. And you still have that stupid line, what's your superpower? I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. I'm like, there's a lot more. Okay. I don't know Batman would talk that way. I guess this Batman would. I find it funny that Cyborg buries the mother box in literally like 2 inches of dirt. 'Tis these parademons, they're out trying to find this mother box and they can smell the mother boxes. Apparently they can't smell through 2 inches of fucking dirt. Just literally put the mother box, well, technically it's about this probably deep. Well, to be fair, probably this deep to fit the thing. Then, it's like, wow. That was a great way to hide it. Guess they can't smell through that. Oh, you have Aquaman fighting Steppenwolf underwater. Anytime I saw Amber Heard, I wanted to punch the screen. Just fuck Amber Heard and her crazy bitch ass. Aquaman fighting Steppenwolf. I'll give this. Steppenwolf, they did make him more violent. There's a point he cuts someone in half underwater. So there you go. I can admit that's another positive. More I think about it. Steppenwolf, they made a much more violent character to try to make him more of a force to reckon with. I can understand that positive. I can. Cyborg's dad gets taken. It leads to the battle under Gotham Harbor. It seemed like a chunk of that is still the same. Wonder Woman is fighting Steppenwolf. Batman is getting his ass kicked a lot. He fights like a couple Parademons, to be fair. And then uses that Nightcrawler thing. But there's a lot of moments in this that does feel like Batman is just out of his element. Which, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because a lot of times other media, Batman seems very OP, like he could do everything. But I do find it funny that in Batman v Superman, he's fighting he fought Superman and won. He fought Superman and won. But it seems like he's having a lot tougher time here. I don't know, just something about that is weird. Like, he was able to almost kill Superman, and he only stopped because Martha. But he doesn't seem like he's as badass here as he was in Batman v Superman. He does do some stuff in the third act. I'll give you that. That's another positive I could say. I do think the third act fight is better edited and better than the 2017 film. That's another positive I could say. Although it's an hour in, I'm sure people only got 10 minutes in. They're like, this guy says nothing positive about this movie, fuck this guy. Well, whatever. You still have Flash being clumsy, which I get he's awkward. I just didn't get that he was that fucking clumsy that he literally trips over, might as well been his own dick. And I guess they're trying to make a point that he's new to the hero business. I guess just because of the scene he has with his dad, but I still don't think he was as successful as Zack Snyder wanted to be. I thought, okay, whatever. And now I'm trying to remember more of the film, so bear with me. So they fight Steppenwolf. He grabs the missile, hits the wall, the water comes in, Aquaman comes in, holds the water off, they escape. Fairly similar to the 2017 film. Oh! Yeah. Martha Kent is talking to Lois Lane. And it seems like they're having a genuine conversation. Then when Martha leaves, Diane Lane turns into the fucking Martian Manhunter, because that was the Martian Manhunter the whole time in that scene, and says, "The world needs you too, Lois." I'm sitting there going, why does this even need to be a thing? Why did Martian Manhunter... fan service. But I'm like, Diane Lane as Martha would have said the same fucking thing. To me, just the fact when it came out, and by the way, Martian Manhunter, thank you for helping us against Steppenwolf. Thank you for that, for not doing jack shit and just stand there, stand to the side. Of course, what are all the powers of Martian Manhunter? I know of him, I've heard of him, but he can shapeshift. Does he have other powers that he could have maybe helped the Justice League? Instead of staying there having dinner conversations with Lois Lane? Like, thanks for nothing, asshole. Thanks for doing jack shit. I can't say I guarantee. I would bet that wasn't in Zack's original version, but it was added in for, again, fan service. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, oh well. Also, the funny thing is, they decide, because of the mother box, its powers, because by this time, Steppenwolf has the 2 mother boxes, they have the 3rd one, the Batman's, Wonder Woman, all that. They decide to get Superman's body. So they dig up his body, and I think I mentioned this in my review of the 2017 film. I'm like, it's the Flash. Why are they digging so slow? And they put a line of dialogue where the Flash literally goes, "You know what you did to this grave in a second?" And Cyborg goes, "Yes." And Flash goes, "You know, this guy was my hero." And they still start digging slowly. I'm like, you do know we're in a time crunch, right? There's a guy that wants this thing that's going to destroy the world. Maybe now is not the time to take your sweet ass time digging a fucking grave that even you yourself know you could dig in less than 2 seconds. Why are we taking our sweet ass time? Fuck if I know, man. Fuck if I know. Even then, when they get into the facility, couldn't Flash push the coffin as fast as he can? Goes to get Cyborg. Get there. Let's do the thing. Like, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman don't even need to fucking be there, because they have nothing to do with bringing Superman back. It's just Flash and Cyborg are the only ones that need it. You could do this a lot quicker pace. Again, we're in a bit of a fucking time crunch. But hey, they want to take their fucking time? Whatever. Oh, almost forgot the line where Ben Affleck is talking to Jeremy Irons. And Jeremy Irons is like, well, what about this plan, this and that? And... you sure this is the team you want? You know, you don't want to get a tape and piss off the Bulls. Like a red tape. Something where Ben Affleck then says, well, this red tape charges back. Just the way he said that, I'm like, it just sounded goofy to me. Can't help it, I don't know. So they bring Superman back. he's confused, confuzzled, doesn't know, like the 2017 film. Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg are standing there. Now Cyborg's doing this whole thing where it's like this, I can't hold it back. It's doing it by itself. There's enough time that Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, any one of them that are this close to him could grab him and stop him. They just stand there and look. Why? Can someone answer me why? Cyborg's like, I can't hold it. All this time, you could grab him. I think Wonder Woman is fast enough. She can block bullets. The Flash is right next to him. Aquaman is not a slowpoke. But they just stand there. They stand there and watch Cyborg fire at Superman, and then you have the fight. That a good chunk of it was in the 2017 film. You know, the Flash, as Superman does the turn, and Flash has that stupid look on his face, the derp face. Wonder Woman doing the headbutt, and Superman. You know, again, fairly similar, not exactly the same. Batman doesn't do shit. Which again, you think it's Batman. You think Batman would be more, I don't know, prepared? Yeah, if we wake up Superman, this is the guy that I almost killed. Yeah, let me be prepared for something? Nah. He has these gauntlets that can block the heat vision for a bit. And I'm like, wow, Batman's fucking pussy in this scene. He's not doing anything. He can't... Again, it just makes Batman seem that much unprepared. Again, with Superman coming back, like, he was dead. What was the point of the dirt floating at the end of Batman v Superman? And it's still the 2017 film and this film the same. No one stayed with the mother box. Except, I guess, Joe Morton. Why wouldn't you keep at least one hero next to the mother box? Like Cyborg? You keep Cyborg with the mother box. But no one's with the mother box. No, just Joe Morton is all the fucking way over. Again, it's just the thing that's going to destroy the world. I would keep that as close to me as fucking possible. I would take that fucking everywhere I want, including to the bathroom to take a shit. Leave a shit. Take a shit on it. But no, left all the fucking way over there so that Joe Morton can do some stuff, and then Steppenwolf comes in. Joe Morton dies, but he's able to do this thing so that later on when Steppenwolf grabs it and leaves, they can follow it. And I'm like, this scene is only here for Joe Morton to get a tragic death scene. And then Cyborg, the dad that he wasn't speaking to, but now he wishes he could talk to and cries for his death. That's the only reason this is done. Doesn't make any sense as to why anyone would leave the fucking mother box to just normal Miles Dyson. But whatever the fuck, what do I know? So Lois Lane calmed down Superman. They go off to the farm, and then his mom comes, and they hug in the cornfield, and they're saying stuff like, "You gave hope to the world." Again, I'm like, the world that hated his ass and talked shit about him every step of the way in Batman v Superman, to the point he wanted to almost quit. And the second movie we see him in, the second movie we see this Superman in, a movie that's shared with Batman and Jesse Eisenberg and a little bit of Wonder Woman and a little bit... Like, people forget that stuff in Batman v Superman on how that was overbloated. Here's a cameo with Cyborg. Here's a cameo with this. Here's a cameo with that. Here's Wonder Woman. Here's Doomsday. Like, people forget that shit. This follows some of this... I would say this is a more coherent movie than Batman v Superman. probably, maybe. Well, I mean, it's definitely longer, so maybe that's why I'm assuming that. But it just... Whatever. So the team gears up. They go off to the fight. Superman comes back to his ship, dresses all in black. Now, I remember the black suit in this being... Wasn't it... it's been a while since I read this. Wasn't the black suit sort of helping them heal? Was that part of the reason he had the black suit? It helped him heal? Maybe not. Zack Snyder has the black suit because it looks cool. Because even at the end, when things are done, still has the black suit. I mean, because for Zack Snyder, it looks cool. And I'm sorry, that's the main preference Zack Snyder does scenes. Looks cool is number one on his priority sheet. I know there are some people that say, oh, if you don't think Zack Snyder is a talented storyteller, then you're a hater. I think Tyrone Madness, he has said that. Sorry, buddy, I don't agree with you at all. Sucker Punch, Batman v Superman, I don't think Zack Snyder is a great storyteller. Sometimes he can tell a story. Dawn of the Dead remake. Perhaps Watchmen, but he had a 1970s movie that he remade, and then he had a comic book that he kind of based stuff on. Maybe he had more of a guide, sure. But I think there are a lot better storytellers than Zack Snyder. My opinion. Now, again, a positive. I don't care for all the murky CGI and every fucking thing being on a green screen, and literally 90% of this ending is all green screen CG cutscene from a video game. PS4, Xbox One, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't really get me pulled into the film. It doesn't get me involved with the movie. Now, in fairness, I do think it's a better edited, more coherent version of the compared to the 2017 film. It does feel like Batman does a bit more, as in, well, before I get to that, one reason it's more coherent is because you don't have that family in the 2017 film, which was awkward, out of the blue, just forced in there to have him save somebody. Which I do understand the sentiment, but there are better ways to do that. There are better ways to work that in if you want to do it. Just saying. You don't have that in this, so maybe that's what makes it a bit more coherent. Just not having to go back for this random family that's there. But like Batman. He's fighting all the Parademons. He's shooting them all. Grows up shooting some more. Jettisons out like he's John McClane from Die Hard 2. Shoots some, including a little bit later, shoots one in the head. Then gets one of the laser cans, the Parademon's head, shoots a bunch. That's mostly Batman's work. He doesn't fight one iota of Steppenwolf. Which I thought was weird, because Batman is considered one of the primary heroes. He does not fight Steppenwolf at all. I just thought that was a bit weird. Granted, as Batman, you're thinking, well, what the hell can Batman do? So I'm sure that's why. But again, it's just one of those weird things that, yeah, Batman is... It kind of does show Batman's is a lesser tier hero compared to some of these other guys. So I guess in a way it made sense that he's taking care of the Parademons while the rest are taking care of Steppenwolf. So again, maybe that does make sense. But it's one of those things I think, yeah, Batman doesn't fight Steppenwolf at all at the end. Just interesting. Maybe it's that way in the comics and comic book source material? Maybe. Still, I mean, it's just a bit weird. Just a bit weird. Maybe it's not as weird as it make it out to be. So... Oh yeah, this is the time where I'm going, wait a minute. Batman is using the robot voice that's supposed to be there to hide his voice. Why is he doing that when everybody knows who the hell he is? Everyone knows you're Bruce Wayne, dude. You don't need, this voice anymore. Just saying. It's like they all know you're fucking Bruce Wayne, Batman. Who are you hiding your voice from? But at least with this, the Justice League do feel like more of a unit, to be fair, with this fight scene. Where each one does seem like they have a purpose. Wonder Woman and Aquaman trying to fight Steppenwolf. Cyborg trying to get this mother box that's been fused. He's going to go in, try to hack it. Flash needs to give him the jolt in order to fully go in there. Batman doing work on the Parademons. Even when Superman gets in there, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, each get their punches on Steppenwolf. So I can appreciate that in an action story. I think visually it's not my cup of tea. I would like something real and tangible in there, but it's much more satisfying if that's what you're looking for compared to the 2017 film, to be fair. But you did not need this part, which I know why they did it, but the mother box fuses, Darkseid comes, everyone dies, except Flash. He goes back in time and then pushes Cyborg, boom, into the mother box. I'm going, okay, they're doing this to really set up that he can, if pushed, turn back time, because that's something that's going to happen later, supposedly, if there's future movies. Because remember Batman v Superman, when he went back and talked to Bruce Wayne, Lois is the key. So this is when the character finds out, yeah, he says he can, but tells the audience he can. And the way they show him going, and the way they show his speed is not, again, not for me. Yes, I do prefer the Quicksilver and X-Men movies, even Sonic the Hedgehog. The way they show him going fast, that speed, I prefer that than the way it's handled here. I get it, they don't want to copy that. I get that, but just, if you're asking for a preference, I prefer the way they did than the way this was done. And the whole, you just see lightning, I preferred the speed blur that I would see in the 90s John Wesley Shipp TV show. And maybe if you did the lightning every once in a while, but again, it's like everything, just overused, and then becomes tedious. It becomes redundant, in my opinion. It's old quick. And then Cyborg's able to hack into it, get Superman, they break it, and then all three of the bitty hitters take a lick on Steppenwolf. I did like that bit. Aquaman stabs him in the back, Superman punches him, Wonder Woman cuts the head off. Yes, that is a more satisfying death than, oh, people fear you, they fear you, man, and the Parademons attack them. That was in the 2017 version. So, I've given some positives. But does that require a 4 fucking hour movie? In my opinion, no. This is still a movie that you could edit to maybe a 2.5 hour film. Like the whole epilogue, not needed in my opinion. Lex Luthor escaping, don't give a shit. Meeting Deathstroke, don't give a shit. Having this like 5-6 minute nightmare scene where oh, that's why they showed Deathstroke, to show who the fuck this guy is in the Nightmare scene. That is Deathstroke, but he looks different. There's Amber Heard. Fuck Amber Heard. Makes me want to fucking spit in her face. Oh, there's Jared Leto as Joker. He's still sucked like he sucked in Suicide Squad. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, because like, well, we haven't seen much from him. But you know what? I've seen more in this scene. After seeing what Joaquin Phoenix did with Joker, sorry, Jared Leto doesn't cut it. He doesn't cut it, man. Yeah, they got rid of his stupid fucking tattoo shit, but this just doesn't work. Especially when he's saying things like, "You need me, Batman, you need me. Besides, who's going to give you the reach around?" The what? The fuck? And Batman, "When I kill you, I will fucking kill you." Why don't you just have it be the fucking Punisher then? Instead of Batman. Just have Ben Affleck be the fucking Punisher if that's it. It's like trying too hard to be tough. Trying too hard to be rough. And this whole Nightmare scene, you know what? This would be better at the beginning of another movie. Not here. It's just, it's a movie that has more endings than Lord of the Rings Return of the King. And it's just, oh, here's this ending, here's this. It's just a bunch of fan service. That's all it is. Fan service, fan service, fan service. Hey, we don't put in Martian Manhunter, even though he's not really needed in this. You know, put in Deathstroke, put in Lex Luthor, who's bald now. Put in, well, he's bald at the end of Batman v Superman. Put in Jared Leto, and I'm sorry, like, this is the first time we've seen you two together. Well, that's not true. Technically, the Suicide Squad, there was the... Okay, the first time you two are talking to each other, it means nothing to me because I've seen nothing of a history between you two. We're just supposed to assume it because, hey, if you've seen other movies, you've seen other versions, you've read other comic books, but in this movie, I don't care about the connection between you two because there is no connection. Technically, this is the first time you two have talked to each other in my mind, with my eyes, that I see. So any depth you're trying to get in the scene is not earned. Like, so much of this stuff, you're just supposed to assume the history. You know, oh, what, they want to tell you? They want to take you by the hand? Well, they sure fucking did for the past 4 fucking hours, did they? Then the evil Superman shows up, which I don't give a fuck about seeing a sequel with an evil fucking Superman. Sorry. Not my cup of tea. And then Martian Manhunter arrives, and again, Bruce is like, oh, He could ask, how did you know it was me? Wait, you know who I am? You know what I did? He's not on his guard? He's not cautious? That's a normal response, but no. Batman's like, oh, yeah, you know who I am, and I have nothing, no weapons, but, oh yeah, who are you, buddy? How's it going? Like this is Batman? Wouldn't it be a bit more cautious? A bit more secretive? If this is the way he is, just don't wear the fucking suit anymore, man. Or at least don't wear the mask anymore. There's no fucking reason to it. Even he knows you're fucking Batman. And Martian Manhunter's like, hey, you did a good job. There's still somebody coming, and that's Darkseid, who's going to bring, like Thanos, which, one of the many problems with the film is the way this came about. I'm sorry, but to do this properly, as much as people don't hate to say it, you had to replicate Marvel, at least in that instance. You had to make a Batman movie. You had to make maybe a Superman 2 movie. You had to make the Wonder Woman movie, an Aquaman movie, a Cyborg movie, a Flash movie. you had to develop these characters so people get an inkling of them. Thus, when you make your Justice League, number one, it could be a better pace because you don't have to do 3 other fucking movies into the other movie. Like, not only does this have to be a Justice League movie, it also has to be a part Flash movie. It has to be a part Cyborg movie. It's got to be a Return of Superman movie. It's got to be also the Steppenwolf, Darkseid, all this other shit. We barely know who the fuck this Batman is. Let alone... But we're supposed to just care because it's Batman. Ben Affleck does a good job and Jeremy Irons, but I barely know who the fuck these versions are. Who are these versions of Batman and Alfred? I don't fucking know. Flash seems like an annoying, irritating twat of a character with his unfunny jokes. Ray Fisher is Cyborg. They do more backstory of him, granted. Still, that did not make me give a shit about his character. If they were doing a standalone movie, I would not give a shit to see it. Aquaman, didn't like the Aquaman movie. This didn't change my mind. Wonder Woman, better than Wonder Woman 84. I'll give you that. Because again, Wonder Woman's not raping people. She didn't rape a guy like she did in that fucking movie. And she's more badass. I mean, she cuts the head off of Steppenwolf. That's pretty badass. I'll give credit to that. Steppenwolf, he's better than he was in 2017 film, but he's still the mid-level boss of a video game. He's the guy who works for the guy. He's a guy who... A friend of mine compared him to Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I can see where he's coming from. But at least, you know, Steppenwolf, physical-wise, did more shit. You know, he did kick more ass. I'll give credit to that. If that makes it worth it, okay. And just, I'm watching this, I'm going, I will never get my time back. Just me speaking. But hey, it was a generous paid request, and I still thank Nick for it. Nick, if you're watching, if you made it this far, I still appreciate and thank you for what you did, man. And I'm open to almost any request. Almost, because, you know, like, it depends, like, if I already did it. Are you okay with me re-reviewing the film? Or you feel it's underrated? Are you sure you want me to give an honest opinion? Because I don't, if you hate the film and I liked it, are you okay with me giving an honest opinion if I liked it? Like, some people aren't, some people are. It's like, I don't want to make someone feel bad. I know that's stupid. But yeah, I was bored through a lot of this. Frankly, bored. And I'll be honest, I saw the film twice. You know why I saw the film? That's what my entire fucking day has been. I saw the film once, and then my friend Michael CP, he had another copy of this film, and he wanted to see it. And he's like, can you join me? So I saw it with my friend Michael CP. So for people who say I didn't give it another chance, I've seen the film twice now. And I think that's why I'm more fucking agitated. Because if you can watch this film many times throughout, good on you. Take you like half a day to watch it. But to me, I will never see this film again. I will never see this film again. I have no reason to see this film again. If you love Zack Snyder's universe, cool. More power to you. I'm glad you do. But I'm also a guy who's blunt. I think his fucking vision sucks dick. In my opinion, I think his vision sucks ass. I don't give a fuck about his Elseworld story. It's not my cup of tea. I don't give a fuck about Superman. He always looks like an asshole. Not Henry Cavill. I don't know him personally. I mean this Superman. That Superman looks like an asshole all the time. Batman, he has his moments at the end, but at the same time, it does a lot of times feel like he's more low power than some of the other. It's just strange to say low power, but many things he's too OP. I like to see a little bit of the more. I don't know. I thought they took a little bit of his cool factor away in this. Not as much as the 2017 film, honestly. To be fair, not as much as that. And the multiple endings, all the shit that could be cut out, the fucking lady sniffing Aquaman sweater. Half the slow-mo could be cut out. Or just normal fucking speed. I'm serious and sincere that if you did all the slow-mo and you put in normal speed, this would have been a 2.5 hour movie. I really do. Would that have helped? I don't know. Because it's not there to see. Unless he makes another cut. And also, you leave it on a cliffhanger when you don't know if you're even going to make another movie. Zack Snyder put a tweet saying there's no plans. And then one rumor I heard is that Warner Brothers are so secure in what they want to do in the future, they showed Zack Snyder what it was, and he was not in the plans for it. So he's building all this stuff for Martian Manhunter and Lois and Justice League sequels. You don't even know if you'll get them. If you do, hey, maybe this thing would be a smashing success. Not because of me, because I don't want to support something I'm not a fan of. Get mad at me all you want. But, yeah, I can't believe this was this fucking long. I apologize, but fuck it. I am not a fan of this movie. I'm not a fan of this film. Is it the worst film ever? No. You're telling the guy that has seen films like Newty, films like The Maze, Red Zone Cuba, Bigfoot County, some of the worst shit. Those are worse than this. Is it the worst superhero movie? No. Catwoman, Elektra, Captain Marvel, those are way worse than this. Is it even the worst Zack Snyder DCEU movie? I do think it's better than the 2017 Justice League. I almost want to say it's better than Batman v Superman, although that does have a Batman fight scene I do enjoy, and it is a shorter film. I have to think about that. I don't know, honestly. Just the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I would never watch this fucking film again. Because it's just such a pretentious, head up its own ass ability, self-grandiose, just self-absorbed fucking film. That lady sniffing Aquaman's sweater is actually a good equivalent of this movie. Except it's Zack Snyder sniffing his own movie. And loving every minute of it. And if you love it, cool. I'm not here to change your mind. And if anyone out there, if you haven't seen it, go see the film. Make up your own mind. With every single movie I watch and review, you watch the film yourself, you make up your own mind, and you think for yourself. Don't go, well, he didn't like it, so I won't see it. No. Whether I hate a film, whether I like a film, you go see it, because people think differently, people feel differently. You take your 5 best friends, you're not all going to like the same movie, you're not all going to hate the same movie. Let's be honest. So getting back to this film, like I said, most of the characters I don't give a shit about. I don't care for this Superman. Batman, maybe with a Batman solo movie, I could give more of a fuck about it. I mainly give a fuck because I like Ben Affleck, I like Jeremy Irons, but because you know so little of this Batman, because you didn't get to be told a whole lot other than his parents died, and there's Pearl Necklace, okay, what else? I want to know more of the history of this Batman. What battles has he fought? What bad guys has he fought? What has he done throughout the years? I don't fucking know. So it's hard for me to care about this version of Batman. Flat irritating motherfucker. Aquaman, never gave a shit about the Aquaman character. Even in comic book form, even in cartoons, just never gave a fuck about the character. Wonder Woman, she's more badass, The actress, I would prefer someone like Connie Nielsen or someone else. It was long, it was boring. Well, you could just stop. It's not much of a good movie. You have to stop and start and stop and start. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I'm sure I'm going to get death threats. But you know what? That's fine. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last time. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.